Hi friends! What a day here in Wisconsin. It's pretty chilly. It's May 9th, 1:03 p.m. and I didn't really get to record my daily video so much yesterday. I recorded a little thing about the CNN article, and I'm sorry, I'm really hungry, but I wanted to get this in because I was thinking this needs to be microwaved for another 30 seconds. So while I was doing yoga today, sorry, I'm so hungry. So while I was doing yoga today, I was thinking about, for like a split second, because presence is key, but about how my daily videos were meant, so I had them at 3 because so oftentimes, like, I'll have these like really great thoughts or life realizations or whatever, like right around then, from like 2:30 to 4, so, and that's also like, I've worked all day and it's like, it's nice to have a little bit of a break, and that's when it's like actually the perfect time to stop and record a daily video. And recently now I've just been like, okay, I just have to, or like I would like to simply just record, like every day, so it doesn't like necessarily need to be at 3. But originally I was like, yeah, it'll just be like a whoop, whatever is happening at 3. And now that I've been like delaying it and I'm like, oh yeah, it can just happen later, then I end up not having so much time to record it and do it and stuff. And so scheduling is key. That just reminded me of my point, which is interesting to pair with this, which is that my little 15-minute principle of the fact that it's way better to do like 15 minutes of something each day, as opposed to saying like, okay, I'm gonna have like a 2-hour time block for this, like one day, because chances are that 2-hour time block is gonna get disrupted by something, and then that's your only opportunity, and then oftentimes you'll not have it, or like that just won't be a good time or whatever. And so having like literally 15 minutes, it's so easy. Like you can carve out 15 minutes for something. Like you do that all the time. And for like just stupid willy-nilly things. So like just carve out 15 minutes and schedule it in your day and be like, all right, in this 15 minutes at this time, I'm going to do this thing for 15 minutes each day. Just 15 minutes, and then you can stop. And that is a fantastic way to slowly start to grow your life in a positive way. However, on a side note, on a different note, on Monday, what we did was we designed the front of the t-shirts, which look like this. Oops. I probably should have just had my iPad, but I just FaceTime my grandma, so my iPad's over there because I was FaceTiming her. I love her so much. And she looks so cute and happy, and her hair looks so nice, and I love her. Let me show you. Okay, so that would be the front, and these are UPF 50 shirts. Oh yeah, I have to say, I have to write that on here too. But then this would be the back. Saving lives. And then I'm gonna like reformat all this and stuff. I just wanted to get like the text on here. But these are all these fun skin cancer facts. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? So we should get those ordered because the run is on May 19th. But so we'll see what my mom says. Whoop, whoop. Much of my point with that prelude was that I wanted to record the video to explain the CNN article yesterday that was going to be a part of yesterday's daily video, but things change, people change, la 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 la, and we didn't do it, so we're gonna do it today after this. But I was fortunate enough last night, to see my best friend in her wedding dress. She finally got it fitted, and so she tried it on, and she always looks so beautiful, but she looks beautiful. It just warms my heart. And so that was so nice. And then afterwards, I came home and it was the Bucks game. Fear the deer. Oh, which actually I took some videos of because Giannis is the best. And yeah, so it was like the best basketball game. It was so good. And the Bucks were so smooth and everything was, they're just so on fire and it's so amazing. And Giannis is incredible. Alex and I actually had a conversation this morning, and ooh, because, ouch. So, funny thing here, a coral. Do you see that? Anyways, but I have some pictures. I should probably show you though, but I'll show you guys like once I stop the video. I can take another one of this. And so quick side note, yeah, when we were surfing in Hawaii, I kicked a coral that was like a circle coral, and it just like left literally just like a hole punch in my ankle. And so it's always a reminder of the corals. But, so, okay, whatever, I'm not going to talk about this because it's like, it's very irrelevant. But Giannis is the best, basically, was the point of that entire story. And okay, so now I just want to tell it because now it's on my mind, you know? It's like sometimes you gotta let it out. So Alex said that apparently during last night's game, Kevin Durant got some sort of injury, and it was a non-contact injury, and those are way worse than contact injuries because usually it's like then something like might have happened, and I always get some of them confused. But so I was like, wait, which one's Kevin Durant again? And I was like, wait, so which team does he play for again? And he was like, Golden State. He's the best player on Golden State. And I was like, wait, I thought Steph Curry was the best player on Golden State. And he said, yeah, he was, until Kevin Durant came on the team like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh yeah, Kevin Durant is the one who has the highest offensive shooting average and scores and leads. And he was like, yeah, he's top two, and him and LeBron are the top two players in the NBA. And I was like, what about Giannis? And he was like, yeah, well, Giannis would be like number 3. And I was like, if there were like a basketball game, then I would much rather, okay, literally zero offense to LeBron. Like, I have deep respect for LeBron in every single way whatsoever. But I was like, I'd much rather have Giannis on my team than LeBron. And I was like, don't you think? And he was like, and he was like, they're just different. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but, and Giannis just has that extra something. He's that Greek freak. So, but I have deep respect for all basketball players and NBA players and all human beings in general, as well as all things in life in general, as well as respect for non-life, because destruction isn't necessary. It does happen on its own naturally, but we don't need to encourage it. Which brings me to another point of teams. Although I feel like I'm just like bringing out so many points right now that, and I literally have so many things to do that I'm not going to bring this up now. But something to bring up at a future time. So another really important life realization that I made is that for me, it's way better to have one big journal than to have like all my papers, because like, you know how I print out those things for like every week and all this stuff, and like now I can't find the ones for this week. And it's like, okay, like I put all the old ones like in a binder and stuff, you know, but, and then it's like, I also have like Post-it notes everywhere and literally all over. And it's like, then oftentimes I end up like losing Post-it notes, and then I'll have like boxes filled with like Post-it notes, you know, that I've noted on. And but it's like, then I don't go through them. And the problem is that at the end of the day, unfortunately, when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's like, okay, I realistically, like, my life right now, I am always hoping that I will look through them, but like I really don't. And I mean, here's the problem, is that actually, like, once, like, every few months, I actually do go through them, you know, like some of them, and not like, you know, clean up a little bit, but, you know, not fully. And then I have so many of these like great ideas, and then also oftentimes, you know, like some of these things will repeat or something, and then it's like you're just stuck in a cycle. And if you had it all in one journal, then everything's all there. So, however, like I do have so many journals, and the problem is that like then I'll like allocate a journal for everything, and then it's like, oh, like, you know, this is my journal for this is my journal for that, and then it's like, okay, which journal do I write this in, and blah blah blah. And so it's like, okay, for me, one bigger journal that just has like basically everything is fantastic. And I lug so many things with me around all the time that like really I should just carry a backpack and just, you know, have this stuff with me. Oh, and because actually I did, and that method worked so well for me. I had a fanny pack, and well, I have a fanny pack. And so I had my fanny pack with my phones and like all my things, my AirPods in it all the time. And then it's like getting out the door, doing anything was so much quicker because I always had everything just on me. Because like, you know, right now I don't have pockets. And oftentimes I don't have pockets. And so then I'll have my stuff, you know, kind of like wherever. And then I'll always have to be like looking for everything. And then it'll be like a minute or two before I get out the door. And it totally streamlined it. But Alex doesn't like that I always wore the fanny pack. And he's like, oh God, you have to wear the fanny pack. Like, my girlfriend, like I have a girlfriend who wears a fanny pack all the time. But this isn't like the most loving way at all. Like not in any like negative sort of way. In like a joking, loving way. But so I was like, all right, I love him. I don't have to wear the fanny pack all the time. But it really does significantly improve your life. Which brings me to the point of always knowing what's good for you and what works for you and what doesn't. And that is very, very important. There are a few other key points that I wanted to highlight from yesterday and over this week, but I'm unsure of where those things are. So, see? Lost. Oh yeah, the other thing that I wanted to note is for my Hawaii videos and everything, it's like, again, oh yeah, I haven't even posted on Instagram on it today. Like, my story's expired. You know, like, everything is just totally backtracked in my life. And I've been thinking about that a lot over these past few days. And with that theme of, like, knowing what works for you, knowing what you want in your life and, like, what kind of lifestyle and what things are important to you, and allocating time for them, and also making sure that you have time for the things that are important to you and you never get too busy for the things that you want to do. And like, if your life is moving in a way where you're too busy to do the things that you want to do, then you're moving, then like you need to be doing something differently, because you should be moving in the direction of like, or you should either like be moving in that direction, or but like always try to allocate time for things that are important to you and that you want to do and that energize you and make you happy, because otherwise you'll just end up being miserable. Truth. Okay, so this oatmeal has been sitting in front of me this whole time because it was like too cold. I don't want to eat it. So I'm gonna re-microwave it and eat it. And then I would like to record my video explaining this article, which I highlighted and noted about. To kind of digest it for the people. And I'm not sure if I told you this yesterday, but I Facebook messaged the woman who wrote the article. Sandy Lamott. Shout out to Sandy. So I wrote her a super long message. And I was like, sorry, don't want to waste your time or anything. Just trying to emphasize how appreciative I am and how amazing your thing was, blah, blah, blah. And sorry, I just got an email about the back of the shirt. That is how things get disrupted. And again, so many studies have come out about, see, like now I have forgotten the exact time, but it takes like whatever 3 minutes to like recover and get back to like any sort of remote state of focusing after you get distracted from like an email or a buzz or a ding or something like that. Don't quote me on that. The numbers like could be wrong, but it's that sort of trend because I like to be very exact on things, and I'm not quite sure, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And with that, I am going to, oh, did I even bring up the point of my things? Okay, so with all of my Hawaii videos and stuff, I have been like I haven't really, oh yeah, I did say that. But it kind of seems like I'm like falling behind in a sense in some things and like kind of like, you know, scrambling to get to now. And I mean, that's only the feelings that I'm projecting onto the situation in some sort of sense, you know, like not in any legitimate way, but just like that could be the feeling in a way. Which it's always nice not to overload yourself. And, you know, it's like at the same time, it's like, it's whatever you think. And like, it's like, if it's however you handle the situation. Like if you think that it's super stressful and like overloading, then that's what it becomes. If you think that it's not, then it's not. You can approach it however you want to approach it. And another point that that's something I have to address. But yeah, it's all about how you perceive things, and it's all about how you choose to see life. That's a good thing to end on. So I'm gonna get going, and we'll see you later. Love you. Hi friends, it is now 11:42 on May 9th, and I just finished recording my 4-part video series on the CNN article that was just published about sunscreens, some chemical sunscreens entering the bloodstream. Very important distinction to make, as I emphasized so many times in those videos. But today has been a good day. I'm very proud of myself for powering through and just finishing recording all of those videos. And I mean, obviously, yes, I'm very aware that the most effective thing to do is record shorter videos that are succinct and to the point, but that just is not my style. And if I had the type of lifestyle where I had the time to truly focus on this, although yes, I have done that for so long, but I delved so deep and I have so much information and knowledge that I just cannot say things in a succinct manner. And I also have so many other things that I am doing and so many other obligations that, ironically, I cannot find the time to record a 5-minute video about this stuff, which, yes, I really should. Yes, I really should. And especially saying that out loud, it's like, it would be so easy. And however, I just flow with it and do what's going on, say what's going on, and this is what's going on. So again, all of my daily videos are like 2 weeks behind at this point, because so I started like posting them and I was like, okay, yeah, so I posted day 2, part 1, Lahaina, but then I was like, okay, I need to do like my Instagram things and then post the day-by-day story, and then put the photos on my blog as well, so that I just do it right the first time and I just get it all up there, because otherwise the same thing will happen like with New Zealand, where I get super excited and there's like all these amazing photos and all these amazing things that I did, and then I put day 1 on my blog, and then like none of the other things are on my blog at all whatsoever from New Zealand. And so throughout my life, I've had the tendency to do that with many things, which is why I've also been so adamant on just actually 100% completing things. And I've also found that keeping things in a visible place is very helpful, so I'm refusing to take all of these papers down until I have completed the whole thing. Because that's what I do. And also, every day is a daily reminder, and like every time I come in this room, it's just like, okay. And, you know, looking at it again, it's just like, it's 98.5% of the way there. Like, it's literally so close. And so really, it just needs to go up. Like, this has been like 6 months of delaying at this point. More than that, which is really, really sad. Which, again, is why I started recording the daily videos, because time just passes when I get really involved in things, and then it's like, where did life go? But the main conclusion of this is that, especially since this CNN thing is such a big thing, I think that I just need to start recording, or I'll just start uploading the videos like from this week and from after Hawaii, and then just backtrack for uploading some of those videos, because at least this one I want to, or the one about the CNN article, I want to post in the new Facebook group I made for Save the Corals. And I just got a notification. It was like, people following Save the Corals haven't heard from you in a while. And I was like, see, Facebook does such a good job of like reminding you of things. And I mean, it really is the tool to use. And I've completely abandoned it over the past few years. Like, I literally do not use Facebook or like open Facebook in any way. And it's really bad in terms of business practices and stuff, because it is really probably the most valuable tool. And I was telling Alex this the other day, is that I write so much, and I am such a fast typer, and like I can do everything so much faster than most people, and like so much easier, and so easily write so much. And I've been doing things for so long and have always been so electronically forward that it's really, really such a shame, and I really have no excuse to like not be doing the things that I should be doing, because it's so much easier for me to do so many of these things than so many people who are doing them and who struggle so much more with them. I don't know if that made sense to you guys, but I completely know what I'm talking about, and so good reminder for myself. So with that, I think that I am going to go and try to upload some of these videos from today, the part 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the CNN article. And I want to get to bed because tomorrow's a big day. I have the women's luncheon with Sherry, who I love so much. And so I want to be well rested, because sleep is very, very important. And so with that, my loves, we will bid you adieu, toodaloo. We will see you tomorrow on Friday, May 10th.